So my name is Alistair Stubbs and I'm the country manager for Humanscale. I joined personally Humanscale about 15 years ago now and worked for them in the London office in the UK. Humanscale came about in the early 1980s and pioneered workplace ergonomics. We've now gone on to become the global leader in ergonomics and products that make the office space healthy for the user. 12 years ago, I was tasked with bringing Humanscale to India, which has been a wonderful experience to say the least. And 12 years ago, ergonomics was, I think, just a word for people, not something that was understood. And during that journey, we've obviously grown a lot, and we've managed to win some very, very large contracts, which I think we could only have dreamt about before. Of course, India does everything big. There aren't small numbers. Everything's large. And so we've been very lucky to pick up some really, really great clients, you know, the sort of Googles and Wells Fargos of this world, and Microsoft, and of course all these companies are expanding greatly in India as well. So it leads to a very sustainable business. And certainly on the sustainable side, I think if you look into details, Humanscale are probably one of the most sustainable companies. What we do in terms of giving back to wildlife, what we do in terms of solar panels and our own water harvesting in our factories, and actually giving back to the community there, and also we're very conscious of users and the long-term effect of what the products do to them. I'm sure you all know that if you buy a brand new car, the amount of off-gassing from plastics within the car is pretty carcinogenic. You get that sort of new car smell. It's the same with office furniture. The desk that you sit at has formaldehyde in, which is carcinogenic. We make sure that all of our products have 0 red list chemicals. And we're actually very much focusing on that and trying to change the whole industry so that everybody becomes like us. So the future for Humanscale in India is a rosy one. Obviously, none of us expected the COVID situation over the last year. But hey, I think India's showing that with a good, healthy immune system, not a lot really affects you. And let's face it, we've got other diseases here that have been far worse than COVID will ever be. So I think when you listen to the future of India business, actually a lot of companies are investing here now. Around the rest of the world, everybody's tightening their belts. They don't want to spend money. But India, actually things are moving forward. So the future looks great. That's why we're here today, because we've launched a brand new showroom in Bangalore. We've got a new space here today in Hyderabad. Soon, in a couple of weeks, you'll be coming to see us in Pune. And slowly but surely, we'll have all the spaces covered. Chennai, Delhi, possibly Ahmedabad as well, obviously Mumbai. So it's all about growth. And our next movement is to make sure that we're producing here. So an assembly line is being sorted out at the moment, and hopefully within not too long a time we will be able to produce, and then we can give a little bit more back to India as well. So that's what I'm excited about. I want to get into a position where we can start really helping the indigenous Indian companies, not just these international brands that come over, but to give really the opportunity for everybody to be able to have high level, high performance ergonomic work tools.
So what was the business that you are expecting in India, especially in these Tier 1 cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad and
Well, I mean, and we've over the last 12 years, we've gone from 0 to a lot. and obviously that a lot needs to grow more. And now that we have the home office market as well, with production as well, we're looking to have, 3-4-fold increases over the next sort of 5 years. So even though things have slowed down, if you know about the amount of square footage that's being leased at the moment in India, it's a great future. And certainly just recently I've had personal calls with obviously senior people in the States from certain banks, and they're all talking about our expenditure, Alistair, is all in India over the next couple of years, nowhere else. So I think we're all very fortunate to be here.
Done, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.